Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so potential buyers have more information about the seller and the business to help them make a buying decision. Before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of this business. It is an Amazon FBA business created in January of 2015 in the equipment and food and beverages niches. The average monthly revenue for the business is $65,068 and it makes an average of $12,378 per month in net profit. The assets included in the sale are, well, this is a listing transfer, but there are 12 SKUs total, 12 SKUs in the US and Canada and 10 SKUs in the UK. Trademark, supplier contracts, and relationships. And just as a disclosure, the Seller Central account is not included in the sale, and the migration of this business will be a listing transfer, and inventory is not normally included in the list price, but further details can be provided to active buyers. So for everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 57776 to learn more about the business, or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So that's a brief overview of the business for sale. So let's hear from the seller with me today. Welcome to the show, Alex. How are you doing today?
Pretty great. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to learning more about you and your business. And to start us off, can you tell us a little about your background in building and running online businesses?
Yes. So we're running a portfolio of different e-commerce brand. We started in the space in 2017. We're actually seasoned entrepreneur in the web and tech space and wanted to build portfolio business with e-commerce as a great way to build out cash flow and build out revenue streams.
Okay, very cool. So your experience before getting into e-commerce was more on the website. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, exactly. First business, 1999, was actually a web agency. We're developing application and website. So that's where we're coming from. Then move on after to SaaS solution and then e-com.
Nice. Seems like a lot of varying experiences. So I know that you purchased this asset. Why did you decide specifically to get in this niche or buy this business?
I think it was really financially motivated. We found that the niche was very defensible. When we've looked at a business, we say, well, it's too big for a small player actually to join because you need to order at least container wise, for it to make sense. And it's too small for a big player actually to be into it. So we found it as a perfect acquisition, stable, steady growth, easy to operate, to deliver on a regular cash flow line for portfolio. So that was really a financially interest, my purchase, I would say.
Yep, very cool.
Risk reward, that's always what you're trying to balance.
Risk reward, I think at the end of it, that is kind of the reason for all acquisitions. So yes, I definitely get that. All right, so it's been some time. Why are you deciding to sell the business now as opposed to keeping it and growing it?
Yeah, excellent question. Actually, we're running 11 different brands. So we have a opportunity that we want to tackle with other one. At some point, you look at what opportunity is on the table, what kind of strength do we have in the team. And right now there's a combination of we don't have anybody actually to run it properly and bring it to the next level. And we need some cash elsewhere in the business. So therefore, just putting it on sale. Otherwise, if we would have the leadership in-house to tackle that one, we would have continued with it. Because again, very stable, nice, there's a baseline growth built in the business. And then we have the different thing that we know we could do to grow that one, but a new buyer will be able to do it.
Got it. So I know that you came into this acquisition with a lot of prior business experience, but was there anything that you learned from building this specific business that just seemed to work?
For that one in particular, because the bulk of the product is a commodity, it's always be in stock. That's the first thing.
Mm.
So we've optimized like the entire supply chain, like an inventory. We have, warehouse partner very close to an Amazon distribution center. So that whole setup has been done. And for the past, despite that little hiccup, like during COVID, like that everybody experienced, the business, like as long as we're staying in stock, sales will grow alongside like the marketplaces.
Yep. Cool. And was there anything that you tried, maybe a growth tactic or just anything that you tried with the business that didn't seem to work?
We did try some product extension initially because that particular product can be used like in the home bar like market. So we did use a couple of the shelf like Alibaba product and slap a logo on it. That's just not like working. Like, so I think the extension for that particular brand is really staying like in the food and beverage, like with a wide perspective and expanding like the particular category. That's where the opportunity actually line up, not in the home bar segment.
Got it. It seems like you have a pretty clear understanding of the reason for selling. If you were to keep this business, however, what are some ways that you would try to grow it?
Luckily for the buyer, actually, we've done a lot of legwork already on what could be the expansion for that. So there's an entire Shopify website that is ready for launch. There's a new logo and brand. So there's a strategy for wholesale that can be put in place, sell in big boxes. So that's one strategy: release direct to consumer, do some wholesale, like quantity sales, expansion in other marketplaces. That's perfect, like product lineup, like for Home Depot, Walmart, and Wayfair. So those are three easy market to tap in. And lastly, there's a very steady supplier, very reliable supplier that we've been working with all those years. He has like an extensive lineup of other products. Those products exist. Logo is there, packaging is there. The idea is releasing those new product category, like using the existing base and put them in the same container, like in the same shipping way, and expanding like the product mix. So that would be the three pillar to upgrade like the growth on that one.
Got it. And with any opportunities, there's also some risk. So, what do you think are the biggest risks associated with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
Right. So again, very steady business. Like we've been running it for close to 4 years now. The biggest risk is essentially supply disruption, like we've saw like during like COVID. So this is, I would say, macro risk. So for example, Amazon decide like that it's not considered an essential product, like and you cannot send like more inventory, like then you're impacted if there's shipping delay, like in Asia, like or price rise on a container wise or thing like that. Those are also like associated risk. The beauty though is that like the product like pricing is pretty resilient. I mean, it's number one BSR seller on Amazon, and it's been consistent, and we've been able to maintain and even like upgrade margin in the past like 12 months, absorbing like cost in the supply chain like easily, I guess, because it's a good commodity and there's enough volume like at this stage like to get economy of scale already. This is coming like with the brand as well.
Got it. Okay, so a few housekeeping questions. First of which is how much support are you willing to offer a new buyer?
We have a pretty decent team size, so we can provide like depending on the level of comfort and expertise like of the buyer, like we can offer a lot of support. And the beginning, again, this is the easiest brand that we've been operating like by far. It's essentially, yeah, you just reorder and you follow like update from Amazon and that's it. There's very little element. Again, it's not competitive because it's a commodity. And again, too big for small player on the Amazon market to enter with, and it's too small for a large one like to actually tackle it. So we can offer a good deal of support, and we'll be happy to do so. Yeah,
Okay, great. And would you be willing to commit to a non compete?
yeah, absolutely. That's not a category that we'll be invested in. Otherwise, we would have keeping it. So we won't be competing with that one.
Yep, got it. And are you open to something like an earnout?
No, because of the investment like we're looking at like internally, like we're looking for an all cash deal.
Okay. And putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
Very easy to operate, very steady source of cash flow. Like of all the account that we purchased over the year, and we've purchased 11, this one like you cannot lose it, and you can have like some macro variation thing like that. So that's one. Secondly, like still a lot of untapped opportunity that we haven't done because we just haven't been focused on that one. And that's it. So any buyers looking to have a piece of steady cash coming in plus like an upside, and upgrading like a other line of steady cash, going into what can look like a non-sexy niche, but that's a good thing because that means like there's no competitor that's going to enter like that zone, and it's going to be very little pressure. That's for you. So it can bring a sense of stability like in any one portfolio, or a very nice, at this point, like it can be a very nice like lifestyle business like that you can operate like with 5 hours a week and good return like also.
Nice. Well, we just talked about a lot of the positive points of the business. Is there anything else that you'd like to add that you think I might have missed during the interview?
No, I think we've covered basically.
Okay. I think so as well. So I think that's the perfect place to wrap this up. So, Alex, thank you very much for sharing your story and joining us on today's episode. And I hope your business is purchased in the near future and by the right buyer.
Thank you. Appreciate.
Yep. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 57776. And if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.